What's your biggest deal breaker in a relationship? Poor financial choices. Don't have to be rich, but need to be able to manage what you have well. If a guy doesn't have female friends, to me, that reads as a guy who only sees women as sexual objects to be consumed. A man with a healthy amount of female friends means they have the capacity to see women as autonomous beings who have inherent value other than being sexual objects. This will change everything in how he treats and views you. Being too emotionally intimate and close with female friends, especially if the two of them weren't friends before we became a couple. Have female friends, yes, but a good degree of emotional boundaries is a must. Relationship with his mother. Can't be a mama's boy like this 30-year-old guy I know who kisses his mother on the lips and gives her a play-by-play on his day. Can't hate your mom and blame her for every failure in your life. Love her in a balanced way so I know how you'd love me too. Smoking. I would never start the relationship to begin with, and would walk out the door if current partner started smoking. Anger issues. Life is too short to be with someone who yells at you or makes you feel like you're walking on eggshells around them. Call me when you've done a few years of therapy and maybe we can talk. Lying. Even about small things, because if they lie about small thing, they'll lie about bigger things. Being homophobic, racist, sexist, or generally hateful towards people who don't fit the default. This might sound dumb, but if they are super into Disneyland or anything truly corporate, to me, as someone who sees things as social constructs, it is a huge red flag for me to see someone only being happy by the self-creation of capitalistic fun. Kinda signals to me they are hollow inside on levels I will not be able to vibe with. Not over their ex. This is my main one. No time for that. If you want her back, go get her. I'm not standing in your way. Lack of respect. I nip that in the bud early. If he doesn't respect you after a few dates, that is only going to go downhill after a few years when you're comfortable around each other. 1. Infidelity. I make it very clear I am into monogamy. Infidelity within a monogamous relationship demonstrates lack of integrity, honesty, and basic respect. 2. Abuse. Whether physical violence, emotional abuse, or coercive control. Lay a finger on me inappropriately and it is over. Kids. I love kids. I'm a nanny. I work in childcare and I'm going to school for early childhood education. I babysit all the time. I dated several guys with kids. I'll end up becoming their nanny/primary caretaker, growing emotionally attached, and ultimately being taken advantage of. So no more kids. Does this relationship bring me peace and joy 95% of the time? If it can't meet that bar, it's a no. I've put up with years of S in the past. I know I can vary content on my own, so if it isn't adding to my life consistently then I just don't want it. And, I've got it? If you let go of the bad, or decidedly mediocre, it makes way for the good. Addiction. This is mine as well. I refuse to date anyone who has a history of hard drug addiction, past or present use. I see more and more people who are accepting of occasional cocaine use, once or twice a month, and even that is a hard no for me. I grew up with a parent who was an active drug user and I will never put myself through that again. I don't care whose feelings get hurt over it. Financial illiteracy. Can't stand someone who can't manage their own money. Pay your credit card on time, don't buy more than you can afford and don't gamble your darn money away. Honestly, if you can't make sound financial decisions, I'm out. I'm not talking a bad luck, company shut down, you lost your job type of thing. I'm not into kinky guys. While greediness, laziness, and disrespectfulness are deal breakers, too, kinkiness is my biggest because it seems to be the most present in my personal experience. Possessive, controlling behavior, and jealousy issues. Not being loyal/serious about the relationship. Relationship with his mother. Can't be a mama's boy like this 30-year-old guy I know who kisses his mother on the lips and gives her a play-by-play on his day. Can't hate your mom and blame her for every failure in your life. Love her in a balanced way so I know how you'd love me too. Hating animals. I am an animal lover and even though I don't eat meat my partner is allowed to. What I mean is those people who really don't sympathize with animals. My mother's boyfriend always says I only like animals when they're on my plate, and I hate that. If you have no sympathy with animals and only think of them as brainless, feelingless beings, you should take a look in the mirror. Wanting kids. Porn addiction. Compulsive lying. Lack of empathy. Lying, controlling behavior, gaslighting, manipulation, cheating, jealousy, pessimism, doesn't want kids. Wanting children. I'll pass, thanks. Having beliefs that don't go with mine. Stupidity. I can't suffer a fool. People who refuse to accept responsibility for their mistakes. I won't ever date someone who thinks everything is okay simply because time has passed and they bought me flowers. I want an apology for the things you said or did to me and changed behavior. Narcissism. Just wanting to have a girlfriend there to hang out without trying to spend time trying to know each other. Having conversations, sharing opinions. I call this the girlfriend experience because if you just need to have someone, it could be anyone. Not me particularly. I guess to summarize, lazy partners, not emotionally open. Funnily enough, I had 2 exes like this and tried to talk about this early on. To each of them I told, we don't really know each other, and they both said we do know each other. Met less than 3 months ago. I quickly excused myself out of the relationships. A toxic lifestyle. Whether it's addiction, lying, cheating, bad work/life balance, or even being a hoarder. If you are creating an environment for us that's feel unsafe or uninspiring or like we are at a dead end, then I'll have to exit the relationship. Arrogance. Someone who's dismissive and condescending toward people with ideas or experiences outside their own, and being jerks to anyone who is working in retail, in stores, waiters in restaurants, etc. Anything that's disrespectful. Cheating. No loyalty or respect. They want kids. Nope. Politics. I'm okay with having different ethics and morals and opinions in general, but politics is where I draw the line. If said person puts up with racism, misogyny, homophobia, and thinks it's okay for rich people to burn our effing country, then I'm out. Lately in my country, last 6-ish years, there was a rise in right-wing extremist groups, in number and in power, plenty of them currently occupying important places on the government, and I've cut off a lot of people from my family over it. Dismissive of my opinions/can't deal with opinions different from his and discrimination towards any group. I'm not your therapist or source of happiness. Go see a professional and work your ass out. Get some hobbies. Make some friends. Cursing at me, any kind of physical violence and screaming. Those don't get second chances. I've learned the hard way and only needed to learn this lesson once. Now I just leave immediately. Someone who has a BS excuse for every mistake/wrongdoing instead of being accountable for their actions. Emotional cheating. If there's anyone else, stay away from me. If you have a one that got away, get her back or wait for her. Sexual incompatibility. I genuinely value intimacy in relationships. It's how I feel connected to my partner. If a person is into things I don't like, or they want sex significantly less than I do, it might not work out. Narcissism, hateful attitude, lack of compassion and poor hygiene. Also lack of communication, cause I'm not a minder reader, though I wish I could be. Non-monogamy. I have no problems with people who are ethically non-monogamous, but I would be incredibly unhappy in a relationship like that.